24 Januari 2014, pertarungan menarik di kelas cruiserweight antara petinju Afrika Selatan, Thabiso Mchunu, melawan petinju Nigeria Olan Rewaju Durudola. Mchunu dikenal sebagai petinju kidal dengan teknik rapi dan pertahanan yang baik. Sementara itu Durudola terkenal dengan kekuatan pukulannya yang sangat berbahaya, terbukti dari banyaknya kemenangan KO dalam rekor. Pertarungan ini merebutkan sabuk Nabaev cruiserweight yang sedang kosong dengan gaya bertarung yang berbeda. Duel ini diprediksikan akan sangat menarik.
Durudola has won averages less than 2 rounds in his professional career. First round. It's underway in a BF.
Masuki ronde pertama, pertarungan dimulai dengan hati-hati. Mchunu yang bertarung sebagai southpaw mencoba menjaga jarak dengan jab kiri dan gerakan kaki yang tepat. Durudola mencoba menekan dengan pukulan kanan keras, namun Mchunu lebih banyak mengenai sasaran dengan pukulan lurus.
And Mchunu out in the middle of the ring much more than he
round. We see more good stuff from Mchunu, very quick hands. Thabiso Mchunu really showed the American public and everybody. And you see Mchunu is the smaller guy, but he's very content.
To South Africa to train, came back to the U.S. a little.
You see Durudola reach. I'm going to stay outside and out boxing, but with a guy like Mchunu,
Caliber of Mchunu, but again,
either way, he's a very big puncher. And
Kansas.
Yeah, and he's been very impressive in his road.
They're beating him in by big margins, so it's a big test of
very serious.
Mchunu
is a great opportunity and a great platform for both guys to say, hey, listen.
Major rankings, highest number 4s. BJ Mitchell right in the corner in front of us. Round 1 comes to an end.
Into the body. Mchunu step back, shot a quick.
Memasuki ronde kedua, Mchunu mulai meningkatkan tempo serangan. Ia beberapa kali mendaratkan kombinasi cepat. Di ronde ini Mchunu berhasil menjatuhkan Durudola dengan pukulan keras yang membuat petinju Nigeria itu terjatuh ke kanvas. Durudola bangkit dan melanjutkan pertandingan, tetapi Mchunu jelas unggul di ronde ini.
But says he plans to return to police work in Nigeria someday.
Chris trying to fight his way out of a corner now.
So for several years in Lagos, where he said he was involved in multiple shoots.
Stay right back to center and be right back on balance in position to counter perfect.
Aggressive.
And to me, the surprising thing about Mchunu is landing that left hand over and over again. Durudola has to make it.
It's pretty obvious there in the green trunks, and he has about a
side to be able to stay away from that left hand because so far it's 100
punches, but Mchunu with the biggest punch, the one out fighting a southpaw again. I fought a left-hander last time.
And it's just a tough situation. Durudola needs to start working his, daze him a little bit. Durudola is very tough. He still continues.
Strong start for Mchunu.
And you can't see the feet right there, but Mchunu is.
But it is one that caught him on.
Something very interesting you see.
Memasuki ronde ketiga, Durudola mencoba bangkit dan mulai menekan dengan pukulan power ke arah tubuh dan kepala. Namun Mchunu tetap tenang dan menggunakan tekniknya untuk menghindari pukulan serta membalas dengan kombinasi cepat.
Sean, what are you seeing out to Thabiso right now?
I think he's going to work it out. Hopefully he lands.
Facing taller fighters, how aggressive do you want to see him be again?
Sean Smith, very confident. We talked to a manager and a friend as well.
You know, he said it perfectly because he doesn't have to do anything crazy. He's winning him, he's trying to find him. It looks like he's right there. But unless Durudola makes some adjustments, this fight won't hold.
We heard Mchunu, this is nothing new for him. Almost ever
confusing Mchunu a little bit. He was trying to go to the body with the right hand early, but he was leaving that punch.
For the NABF cruiserweight title. He threw 54 punches. Bad news there.
Memasuki ronde keempat, pertarungan menjadi lebih seimbang. Durudola beberapa kali berhasil mendaratkan pukulan kanan keras. Mchunu tetap mengandalkan kecepatan dan akurasi untuk mencetak poin.
For Durudola because Mchunu stepping on that lead foot and he's planting the front foot. If you watch here at home, you can't see the
big hard on the corner. Mchunu gets away. There's Mchunu. His quickness, and he's almost daring.
Mchunu has, and he's got very fast hands. Thabiso. Commit and counter wherever you lead in. Here he needs to use his jab. He needs to work to his left side. Effort. He's trying. He's walking forward. He believes he can still win this fight. He's a big right hook by Thabiso there again. It would be wise to drop that shot to the body instead of always looking for the head. He needs to mix up his punch selection and see if he can.
Durudola.
Force.
And we're back to live action.
Memasuki ronde kelima, tempo sedikit menurun. Kedua petinju saling berhati-hati. Mchunu terlihat lebih aktif dengan jab dan pukulan lurus, sementara Durudola masih mencoba mencari peluang dengan pukulan keras.
Start throwing some combinations.
They come in to pick you off, and it might be a little boring. These punches are hurting him. Can you see him miss again? He hit him with a knife. and you're not sure if it's going to come
About the counter punch.
on the chin, and it's just, he shoots it from an angle where it's Mchunu. There he goes again with that nice counter shot. If it's a smaller guy, you can try to, use his forearms, make it maybe.
Misses. Mchunu has been making him pay.
You don't want to aim for his head. Maybe start looking at the pit of his stomach.
We're nearing the halfway point in this NAP. Fernando is exactly right as we...
Memasuki ronde ke-6, Durudola mencoba meningkatkan tekanan dan maju menyerang. Namun Mchunu menunjukkan pertahanan yang baik serta kembali mendaratkan beberapa kombinasi bersih.
Gets inside.
Yeah, he does, and the reason he probably...
If Duradola misses...
But he's been a little tentative. He's not sure where to pick.
There's a lot of back and forth in Duradola's corner the last 2 rounds.
Outside, be hesitant, and when he does rush in, he's trying to jab. He's trying to push that out there, but he's seeing...
BJ, you're the fighter. What does it say there when is that?
He's got to mix it up. He's got to jab up and down. He's got to feint it and taunt it.
Duradola, they're all trying to thought that maybe that was just a flash showing from some experience, and of course, not comparing him to the experience.
Shorter guys like Mchunu with the physical strength, so he have, like the nickname of Adrian Broner is a
team in the WBA after that Chambers victory. And Mchunu moving up to number 4.
Shots, but he's not trying to, really go on the attack, and he's controlling the fight. His nature tells him.
Mchunu has done it as we start the 7th round.
Memasuki ronde ke-7, Mchunu kembali mengontrol pertandingan dengan gerakan kaki dan pukulan cepat. Durudola masih berusaha mengejar KO, tapi banyaknya pukulan meleset.
Last round.
You know what, Kenny? I'm going to tell you this. It's
Short notice on 3 weeks' notice, but he said he had no worries.
He's really not too fatigued. Yeah, he's been hurt a couple times.
The 10-8 score. And Powell,
Tricky puzzle to try and solve.
you see Larry also
Good right hand a second ago. Kind of stuck his arms out and
had a counter every time.
Punch.
Yeah, more fighters may feel that way if they can just get...
And Duradola just needs to let his hands go. He needs
When you're down, you probably figure unofficially.
been trying to pot shot him. It's just never going to work.
Chambers field and everybody else.
Situation like this, what you do? Jab the shoulder.
Active. He just hasn't been able to land any big body that he's fighting.
Arm, touch him, and then try to set up other shots.
Chris talking about it in the corner earlier.
But Duradola might have it. Just the pressure.
Mchunu. Let's listen in control in this title fight. Cruiserweight title on the line. That back in the 2nd round, according to Compute.
Memasuki ronde ke-8, pertarungan berlangsung cukup ketat. Durudola beberapa kali mengenai tubuh Mchunu, tetapi Mchunu tetap lebih akurat dalam menyerang dan mencetak poin.
Coyote 3 different times in the amateur, so he doesn't have a lot of professional experience, but he had that amateur, former cruiserweight and heavyweight now. So
Birth certificate. He was 11 years old.
situations like this where he can, be a very successful.
Amateur fights in his career. A career he could fight in it. At 11, he was winning 12.
Push Duradola back, change the tempo of the fight a little bit. But these are both too strong. Duradola is obviously in great shape. Maybe The Rock, maybe Mchunu's maybe a little more than the fight. Rounds 8, 9, 10, these championship.
Duradola, you see the jabs.
His game plan wasn't necessarily to jab. He's looking to counter the shots. The jab to measure the right hand to set that up. And
Followed up on a lot of those jabs because of that either. Title, round 8 comes to an end. Duradola, he is behind those jabs. Got to wake up. Got to really be...
Memasuki ronde ke-9, kedua petinju mulai terlihat lelah. Mchunu tetap menjaga jarak dan memanfaatkan jabnya, sementara Durudola terus mencoba menekan dengan pukulan keras.
something to change it up a little bit to try to land a big shot and
Getting the last 2 rounds, the only rounds tonight.
beautiful timing right there.
Up after that last round. What do you want to see from these final 2?
Pushing back. He was very effective on both of those punches, and then immediately.
Why has Mchunu been so difficult for you?
Solid left hands at the beginning of this round too, Kenny.
This game a little bit. He's starting to wake up now, but we're running out of time.
Looked at Duradola's trainer and I said, do you feel like
Aggressive and let it all out here in these last against Eddie Chambers and Mchunu, and they thought...
times when you get in that ring, you fight very smartly, and I'm sure the corner of Mchunu would like to see.
Can dictate things, but he can't make...
Yeah, he can, and this effort hasn't been as consistent. Counterpunching, no question about that.
Duradola. 1 round to go in it to Olan Rawanager.
And I think we can see some real action.
Memasuki ronde ke-10, ronde terakhir berlangsung sengit. Durudola mencoba menyerang habis-habisan untuk mengejar ketertinggalan. Namun Mchunu tetap disiplin dengan teknik sampai bel akhirnya berbunyi.
The body be rough with Mchunu.
He walks, you can see it.
swinger again, but I like Doradola's temperament, you know.
The way he likes to cock that left.
Continuing to try to come forward and land the big shot. He's not asking for Doradola to shoot that.
Curtis Stevens back in the corner. Duck under it.
A bit too much here, you know, trying to get through this.
Let's go, let's go.
Well, you know, just a tremendous beard. He's the ability to
Title fight.
He's known for that.
Let's go.
Let's get out. Yeah, he's done a good effort, but I think
He wasn't able to do that against Mchunu.
Setelah 10 ronde, pertandingan ditentukan oleh penilaian juri. Tobaso Musuno akhirnya menang dengan keputusan mutlak unanimous decision. Kemenangan ini membuat Musuno berhasil merebut sabuk Nabaev Cruiserweight. Tulis pendapat kalian di kolom komentar tentang pertarungan ini. Dan jangan lupa like, subscribe, dan nyalakan loncengnya agar teman-teman tidak ketinggalan ulasan tinju lainnya.
You're fast moving up the cruiserweight rank. Kenny?
All right, thanks, Chris.